After nearly 40 hours and a year and a half since I've started my climb, I have climbed the summit, grabbed every red strawberry, all the crystal hearts, which allowed me to beat the core in every B side and C side level, including 7C. Throughout this, I also went to grab 2 of the golden strawberries, which requires you to beat a chapter without dying or checkpoints. But I'm not going for those here. This video is about the final chapter that I saved for last. Farewell. Farewell is the longest chapter in the entire game, and it all starts with this. Yeah, so Granny's dead. The story is that years have passed since our adventure into the core, and we didn't get to go to her funeral when she passed. That's because her being gone really took a toll on Madeline and kept her far away from everyone. Before we could mourn her passing, though, the bird that has been with us on our climb ever since the beginning shows up and we chase it, thinking it's part of Granny until we're in space? Also, Madeline thinks we're crazy and refuses to help, so it's just single dash for us this chapter. Starting off in this area, it's quite interesting to jump on these floating blocks, but the room after shows one of the main new mechanics of this, double dash crystals. Chaining this with the single dash crystal is a nice introduction to it, as well as along with some of these other mechanics like the dash blocks. The next 2 rooms involve the springs, requiring some thought, where the first needs you to keep this single double dash crystal to the end, while the other needing to get to the right side of this activated block before it gets moving, or alternatively, you could just dash underneath to hit the spring. The room after introduces a second mechanic, being these blowfish. Jumping on it will lower it, while being to the sides or below will cause it to explode, launching you like those bumpers would. These rooms are really just to get the hang of it, as you will see them the whole chapter, like needing to dash between the spikes and the blowfish to make sure it doesn't blow up and you can just jump off it to get some distance. Not to mention the blowfish exploding can also activate the coins here. All these new mechanics will get merged with ones like these dream blocks, for instance. Honestly, learning these are really quite interesting, as it feels fun and fresh. It kind of feels like the experience of going back and to learning the mechanics back in the A sides again. Just seeing the unique ways to use the blowfish mechanic, like bouncing them off the springs, or the double dash mechanic like this room. Once I get to the first checkpoint, I find out there's another new mechanic on my way up. One that I learned to hate, as it becomes the pain of my climb up in this long chapter. For now, though, let's not worry about that. This is the jellyfish. It'll allow me to glide, and this gate will destroy it. If you're good enough, you can take the path above, but I took the lower one since I didn't know better. That, and I didn't really notice it before. Dashing into the jellyfish will also launch you higher to get higher to the ground. Next is this big room with several blocks. Once we unlock the gates for the double dash crystal and the jellyfish, I just need to launch my way into the breaker box, and this area is fully open when it breaks. To get the keys, there's several rooms to teach me more about how to use the jellyfish, including using it to make it bounce on the springs and hitting a switch, or using my dashes to launch myself higher and further to get to the far distances. After grabbing the keys, I can boost myself through the stars into the next checkpoint where these ball things are around. It's very pretty, this area here. The next rooms involve me applying these things together with clouds and springs further until I get to the first pain room of mine, requiring such a specific wall jump to get to the spring while also being high enough to get to the next one. This got me so confused until I realized it, and eventually I got it. However, this was light compared to the others. Next is learning to dash chain into the jellyfish to keep yourself high in the air while floating with it by throwing it and then dashing into it to re-grab it. After a few more rooms of trying to get used to what I'm taught, and one where I can use the moving blocks to push this blowfish to the place where I need it, including a room with this moving block, I make it to a room where the other side being a crystal heart. Is this it already? All I have to do is use this jellyfish and a moving block to help me get there. Once it's mine, I actually realized that this isn't the end. I'll be honest, I've actually kind of enjoyed this fake out, especially when the world starts to glitch out as I get further beyond the heart until I get to the gate, requiring 15 hearts to progress. Or you could just do this to skip it. Here, well, I'll actually let this explain it all. Internet cafe. What? Huh? Is this a PowerPoint? Wave dashing and you, a practical solution for catching birds in space. What the hell? Can't catch that bird? Fact, birds are hard to catch. Well, it's fast. Also, it can fly. And part of you won't help. She's the worst. Damn. Impossible? Introducing wave dashing. Wow! With wave dashing, you can jump very far and regain your dash at the same time. Oh, I know this. I know this. I do this sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Wait, so this is actually like a confirmed ability? I thought this was just something that speedrunners found out. I didn't know this was like something the game fucking just told you. Wait, what? It's easy! Jump. Dash diagonally down to the ground. Immediately jump again to hold and hold forward. You did it! Go you! If you don't regain your dash, you're starting too low to the ground. If you don't get much distance, you're going too far. Happy wave dashing! What? Wait, do you actually get to play it again? Oh no, wait. Wait! No! Skip cutscene. I'll be honest, I didn't even know this was an official mechanic, but learning it here was actually quite interesting. Especially chaining them together like the way I'm doing here. With this ability, I did end up catching up to the bird. Except, it shook me off, actually. This was also when the music started getting incredible. Now, chaining wave dashes with the previously new mechanics to clearing the new rooms, especially this one where I needed to chain 3 of these wave dashes without missing a single one. I may look like I'm doing this easily, but I'm only cutting out the fails. This takes a bit to understand, because this mechanic is extremely tough, and seeing speedrunners do this still make my jaw drop on how insane it actually becomes. It's insane what they can do with this. Going through conveyors, Kevins, and traffic blocks, it just felt great to add it to them. Then this room, my next pain room, involving this block, needing to use this double dash crystal to help navigate around the spikes to these coins to activate the block, then needing to meet up with the moving block before it breaks. There's been multiple times where I've gotten it, but would be a frame or two too late to grab and jump off it to make it to the end. Ugh. Eventually though, I did make it through, and it didn't break me. Not yet. Then, I had to combo dash wall jumps, even once through traffic blocks. But I quickly understood it and made it through with just a little bit of trouble. Even this room was pretty fun. The dream blocks, while a bit of a struggle due to needing to get it well executed, still didn't break me in these next few rooms. Though, next was pain room number 3. This moving block room, where I needed to wave dash to meet up with it to take me through the room. This kind of broke me though, but only because I forgot about the save and quit function, which would have brought me back to this room, and I was doing all of this in one whole session. Doing this room took me over half an hour until I finally got through it, getting the dash wall jump off the moving block to go over the final obstacle to beat it. And now, the golden feather gets added, helping me navigate through all the spikes around me, chasing this bird all the way until I got to another checkpoint. After dash chaining and using my dashes to keep this area big enough to make it through, I decided to take a break for the day. On the next day, though, I make my way up here using this moving spring, and now we get introduced to wind with everything we've learned. This one involving how the red boosters get affected by it. It's actually kind of a fun room, and probably one of my favorite rooms in Farewell, especially when there's multiple ways of getting to the same destination. After getting through this room, the red core blocks return. Needing to use the double dash crystal, and after riding the second block, I needed to dive down this spike room without using a single dash and dodging all these stars until I got to the red booster at the bottom. Getting all the coins and making it to the end of this room, I just need to make each of these blocks fall so I can progress using the dash crystals and feathers, also teaching you to cancel out of the feathers. Next came the frozen balls, and climbing it actually was also quite fun. After that though, the wind started going backwards, my favorite. And I needed to chain wave dashes while this happened, and making that caused the wind to go forward, needing to chain spring jumps to make it to these blocks. Then through the moving and frozen conveyors, dashing wall jumps off them, to then make it here? Actually, just dropping down here to continue. This room needed me to bring this Kevin with me, using a ton of mechanics to help keep up with it and take him to the next one. I dodged stars even when the wind changed, all the way until Madeline met me to help me up? Even if Madeline didn't want it, I definitely do! Well, too bad, because she still won't. However, yep, there's 4 colors now. The first room is to teach me the pattern of the 4 colors and to prepare me for the 4th pain room. This freaking room right here. For one, the start is incredibly annoying, but because not only is this yellow block here moved a bit to the right just to make it so you have to micro adjust to get that wall jump off it, but also every time you fall and die, you have to be careful when making another attempt, because depending on the beat it's on, either the blue block will switch nearly immediately, or it will take a bit to switch to it. It's just very annoying. And even the rest can be annoying as well, like needing to bounce off this 3 different times so you don't hit the go too high and hit the spikes, or needing to get this blue block and bounce off of it fast enough to avoid hitting the red block. Thankfully, the rest of the 4 color rooms actually aren't even that bad. Seriously, the next room I did on my first try! Grabbing the walls when they became solid, boosting through ones that aren't to grab the coins, and then this room, while not as bad as the pain room, it did take me a bit to go through, but it didn't break me as much. The next room switched back to 2 colors, and I dashed my way to the bird, finally catching it, and there we go, got the bird. You finally. Now where's Granny? Okay. You just killed a bird. Oh no, he didn't. I didn't mean to hurt you. Hey, please don't leave. Tell me. Part of Granny, right? Go then. Take me with you. Madeline, stop. I can't go with her. Shut up. You couldn't force me to give up the mountain. You can't force me to give up on Granny. Wait. I'm not forcing you. I'm asking you. Me too. She meant a lot of both of us. Why is it so easy for you to leave her behind? Easy. Maybe I pushed us to get over it too quickly. But this isn't healthy either. I just want us to survive this. I know she's gone. This is just a dream. Catching this bird won't bring her back. So sorry, Madeline. Let's wake up and we'll face this together. No, not yet. I want to set things right first. What do you mean? The bird. It's trapped here because of me. We need to help it escape before we leave. Granny wouldn't want it to be stuck like this. You're right. Let's do it. But as soon as we're done, we need to wake up. This place is so weird. I go home. After breaking this breaker box, it's time to help the bird. Now, with Madeline's help, we are combining it with everything I learned, starting with the jellyfish and using the bird themselves to progress. Breaking the electric boxes on the way. This section was genuinely really cool. Something about it just felt amazing to go through, and using the bird and our other self to help me. Even going through all this electricity while being sent up or to the right just felt like the best way for this to end. Even letting the glowfish send me and even trying to avoid them while combining them with other mechanics like these dream blocks. Going through all of these rooms, especially this dash block room. Even this room, where while I did feel a little dumb trying to figure it out to get these two blocks to sync up properly, it just felt like such an amazing way to end the journey. What do you mean there's more? Welcome to the second most painful room in the entire game. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's some... Holy. Also, the longest. I need to talk about these freaking jellyfish, because these ended up becoming my least favorite mechanic for a few reasons. But the big reason here was literally trying to re-grab this thing ended up becoming the most annoying thing I've ever dealt with in this game. Sometimes I can grab it, and sometimes I will just dash through it, and it won't grab. I didn't realize it at first, but when making it up here, I realized I can control how I float, and I didn't notice until I got to the updraft. And that's not even the end. There's also everything down below, and the way up as you're climbing through this updraft. This room took me over an hour until I'm literally touching the tendrils, and the game is just like, oh, that doesn't count. Even though when you're grabbing it, you're grabbing the tendrils. Like, what? Like those little fucking tentacles or whatever the fuck they are. I mean, this is a freaking jellyfish. I don't expect tentacles. I expect freaking tendrils. Isn't it tendrils? Because it's like a jellyfish. It's not an octopus, it's a jellyfish. God, Jesus Christ, I went so far up. I don't even know why I went so high up. Oh, God, dude. I mean, at least I'm getting so much closer than I have been the last session. I mean, that was like 4.5 to 5 hours in that I was in doing this room. So, I mean, to be fair, like, I was kind of tired out from it. Like, from all the Celeste that I was doing that session. Okay. Is this it? Say goodbye to her for me. I just did it! It's freaking over! Actually, it's not over yet. There's more. I do the pain room once more, but this time, going to the left and making my way up, taking a while to make this climb until I get to this room. I made it. Now where am I? I mean, I see that on the top. I see that on the right here. It's up here. Break the wall? Sure. Oh. Yeah. I needed to run into the spike, and it respawns me up here. And doing this takes me to... No. Not this again! Why is this jellyfish here? I was done with you! And this is the pain room, and it shares yet another reason I hate this awful jellyfish. So remember when I said that dashing into it would boost it in the direction of your dash? I basically need that boost several different times on this climb up. And also, you need enough height from these boosts to even make it to the next section of this room. From what I can tell, the height just feels completely random, even in the first 3 dash grabs. Like, sometimes I go too high, sometimes I go too low. It doesn't make sense! This room alone took 2.5 hours. And I know what someone will say, but 7C took 4. And you had the fun with that one, though. Yeah. That's because that actually took precision that I can actually control and get good with. This jellyfish just feels extremely inconsistent, to the point that I needed to use the assist mode just to go up and figure out what to do in the other section. On top of that, that section I saw at the top of the binoculars, that isn't even the end. There's a whole updraft section where dying will send you all the way back to the bottom. This, as well as the previous pain room, genuinely felt awful. And I wish I didn't have this feeling about Farewell, but these 2 rooms actually killed my enjoyment of the level. It kinda got to the point where I'd rather just grind and get the 7C Golden Strawberry than do this. But, eventually, it's just not. Like, it's not good at all. It's just insane how, like, how people just defend it and just go, yep, this is good. Like, what? Oh my god, I f***ing did it. Please tell me that's the f***ing end. Please, for the love of God, tell me that's the f***ing end. What's happening? What? What is this? Did I just say wow? What? Wait, battling? What are you doing here? What is this? Was that the end? Wait, did I beat it? Huh. Wait, Granny's actually here? Granny. Hey there, kid. It's so great to see you. I didn't know what to do without you. You aren't real. It's just a dream. So what? I didn't stop you from coming all this way. You finally found me. And now, you care that's just a dream? Quit making excuses and say what you need to say. Sorry I didn't come to your funeral. Do it. I just shut down. That sounds familiar. Hey, what do I care who showed up that thing? I'm dead! What do I care? I'm dead! Wow. Oh, Granny, you have a sense of humor. Funerals all for all you suckers stuck living without me. Yeah, that's true. Thank you for looking out for me on the mountain. You helped me so much, and I really miss you. What am I supposed to do now? Just keep going like nothing happened? Think you aren't gone forever? Wait, what? Wait, a full-on cutscene? What? Wait, what? There she is. Long time no see, Strawberry. Oh, that's cute. That's so cute! Also, I see the trans flag there. Nice. Hey, Theo. It's been forever. You went off the grid. What happened to you? Yeah, sorry for not responding to your messages. Also, Theo has a fucking cat. W Theo! Or answering your calls. Or replying to your emails. I kinda had a breakdown when Granny died. Then I felt weird messaging you. I thought maybe you were mad at me for disappearing. It snowballed from there. I wonder what those pills are. Those like, maybe they're anxiety meds. They could be anxiety meds or something. Maybe. Because I know she does have anxiety. I know she has that. It could be anxiety meds. I don't know. Also, I wonder what kind of tea that is. I don't know. I'm like looking around the room, okay? I'm like looking around the room. Yeah, I know. I know you. I figured the funeral might have triggered your anxiety. NBD? What? NBD? Shit. I don't know what that means. I think it's like a disorder or something. Maybe? That might be a disorder. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody could say it. I don't know. Next time, at least just let me know you're still alive. Feeling any better? Yeah. I'm finally starting to come to terms with it. When I first met Granny, I thought she was crazy. Then I got to know her, and I thought she was me. But she knew what I needed to hear. She really helped me. I miss her a lot. Yeah, me too. I honestly thought she would live forever. Oh, that reminds me. I have to show you something. Oh? Remember I had told you my grandpa went to Celeste Mountain when he was younger? Well, I was going through some of his old stuff with Alex. And check this photo out I found. Is it them two? Is it literally... Oh my god. She looks nice, I'll be honest. She looks really nice, and he does too. Is that Granny with your grandpa? Yo, that's amazing. Looks like they were friends. Just like us. It really sucks that they're gone. But it's nice to know that we shared the mountain with them. Yeah. That's nice. Oh, that's so nice. So yeah, with 45 and a half hours through this entire game, 9 hours through the farewell, Celeste is now complete. And that was my journey through farewell. However, that doesn't mean that I'm done with Celeste. And that is because it didn't feel right to end it on such a negative. That's why I took on one final challenge.